And a good evening to you from Southwestern Adventist University. Today on YouTube Night Soccer as the ladies take on Paul Quinn College. Hi again, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. 86 degrees and sunny in Keene, Texas for today's game. Knights coming in 0-2. Paul Quinn College, the Tigers 5-0-1. Let's meet the starting lineups first for Michael Delgado and his Paul Quinn Tigers. In front of the net is Lily Christensen. Also starting today is number 6, Kathleen Montenegro. Number 7 is Melissa Hernandez. Number 9, Chandra Espino, excuse me. Number 10 is Daisy Robledo. Number 11 is Samara Barton. Number 13 is Maya Melendez. Number 17, Leslie Barrera. Number 21, Juanita Roa. Number 26 is Araceli Garcia. And number 29 is Leslie Rivas. Now for Tristan Olvera and your Lady Knights. It's in front of the net today, making her first appearance of the season, Lexi Key, the sophomore. Also starting today, it's number 2, Rosanna Estrada. Number 5 is Chelsea Monroy. Number 7, Chelsea Navarez. Number 10 is Taina Miller Rivera. Number 18, Kimberly Marquez. Number 29 is Ahani Estrada. Number 30, Susie Alejandra Roman. Number 34, Hannah Kesters. Number 37, Vasti Sanchez. And number 39 is Eunice Balboa. So that's the starting lineups for both of these teams. Southwestern Adventist, the Knights coming off a 9-0 loss against Cedar Valley on Tuesday. The Suns outshot the Lady Knights 32-4, had 15 shots on goal, just one for Southwestern Adventist in that game. Hannah Kesters made 15 saves in the loss. Tip your cap to her, filling in for Lexi Key. We finally have our USC AA All-American Lexi Key back in the net, so that's good news for Southwestern Adventist. They're going to need her today. This is a Paul Quinn College program coming off a 5-0 win at Dallas Christian all the way back on the 6th of September. They've had 9 days off. They are off to their best start in program history. They have scored 26 goals in 5 games, folks. They have been putting up the offensive numbers. Tops in the USC AA in all the categories as the Lady Knights will get us started. Here's Chelsea Monroy at center circle. Back to Rivera, the midfielder. Possession will be key here for Southwestern Adventist as Estrada plays it back to the back line, and a couple whiffs on it will turn it over. That's Montoya, I believe, over there with the long run cross into the box. Correction, it's Hernandez from the half circle. Shot fired in there by Hernandez, and we have a quick start to this one. Let's take a look at that while they get ready for the kickoff here. And yeah, on that follow through, beautifully done. Apologies, folks, I just missed that one. So 1-0 in favor of Paul Quinn, and we have played about 30 seconds. Again, this is a Tigers team. This defense is going to have to be on its toes. The Tigers have already scored 1 here. Ball played off the foot of Melendez over to the far side. Barrera, I believe, trying to check out the jersey numbers, and they are firing at will. And our video just kind of went out on us here, folks. Rough start for us here. We're going to take a quick break, folks, try to get the video back up and running. Technical difficulties at the stadium, folks. Stay with us. We'll be right back as soon as we can get those issues resolved. Thanks for your patience. There we go. Just like that. So we're 3 minutes in, still 1-0. And apologies to Daisy Robledo, who scored her 11th goal of the season about 30 seconds into this one. So Robledo on that follow-through attempt for Paul Quinn has us at 1-0. And Paul Quinn, it looks like, has a corner kick free kick over on the far side off of a foul. So Hernandez will take that. Melissa Hernandez, 7 assists already. Ball into the block, a little tapper that time by Robledo, and no trouble that time for Lexi Key. So Tigers starting quickly, and fortunately we didn't miss too much while we were away on our technical difficulties. Chelsea Monroy going to throw this in real quick here, trying to go fast to Estrada. Monroy applying some pressure here after the defense held off Estrada as Paul Quinn gets the counterattack restarted momentarily. They were looking for Hernandez. Kesters came in to make a nice play, but here is Hernandez again. Looking over on that far side again, I believe that's Barrera over there. That is number 17, Leslie Barrera, being held off by Sanchez. Trying to make a turn on Sanchez, and Sanchez able to knock it out of play. In the 5th minute, as you can see, a throw-up coming for Paul Quinn College. Montenegro is going to toss it in. Robledo is there. They were looking for Hernandez. Now Estrada. Ball played forward, They're looking for Chelsea Monroy. Looking for her again from the foot of Balboa, and it was a little bit long, but that goes off Barrera. So Monroy will throw it in again. Monroy, again battling with Barrera, and this time Barrera wins a throw for her side. Tigers have played some familiar opponents. They beat Cedar Valley 5-1. Remember, that's a Cedar Valley team that put up 9 goals on Southwestern Adventist. And they also shut out Eastfield 5-0. And a breakaway here, Robledo has 2. Just like that, here in minute number 6. Daisy Robledo, who is the USCAA's top scorer, with now 12 goals on this very young season, is scoring at will here in the early going, and it's 2-0 in favor of Paul Quinn. Let's run it back here, and you can see the defense just kind of unable to hold off, and credit Robledo for staying with it on the attack. Okay, back to live action. (2-0) in favor of these Tigers. And they're going back on offense here. Hernandez again. Near side, Roa plays it in. Trying to run it down as Pino. And it's a sliding challenge and a clear out by Kesters. So the correct score is 2-0 right now in favor of Paul Quinn. Here in the 7th minute. Krishima, glad to be with you for our third ladies game. These ladies have been busy. That's going to be a corner off the foot of Balboa. So first corner kick of the game belongs to the Tigers. So 28 goals now. 26 coming in for Paul Quinn. An NAIA member, but also a USCAA member. They're Division I USCAA. Southwestern Adventist is Division II in both the NCAA and the USCAA. Robledo takes it short and then lost it, and I don't think you could do that. So that was interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Chelsea Navarez gives it to Lexi Key. Good to see Lexi back, a 2.91 goals against average last season. 2 clean sheets, 44 saves in 10 games, a USCAA All-American, Southwest Region All-Region player for Lexi Key. Hernandez sends it into the box, and Lexi is the only one home. 8th minute, 2-0 in favor of Paul Quinn. Off the foot, first on a deflection, Daisy Robledo on the opening possession of the game scored. And then you saw her beat her defender on that second goal, so she's got 2 already, as Melendez with the little tap of the tippy toes to send it forward, as does Burks. Kesters gets there first. Now at center circle, it's won back by Paul Quinn and Montenegro, excuse me. It's rolled back to Christensen, who thus far has not been busy. The keeper for Paul Quinn is 3rd in the USCAA with a 0.73 goals against average. She has 1 clean sheet on the year so far. Paul Quinn's played 6 games. Lady Knights trying to get the attack going. Ball played forward looking for Estrada. And that's going to be a throw to Paul Quinn. 10th minute. Tigers are a really good, precise team. They're not going to miss many. We saw a lot of that in the first game with Eastfield. Eastfield won it, but you felt like they could have had a lot more goals if they were a little more precise. You're not going to have that problem with this team, this Paul Quinn team. What a job, Michael Delgado, who, much like Tristan Olvera, the coach for the men's team too. Bad pass now. Here's Robledo again. Gets it right around Lexi and fires in. She's got a hat trick, folks, in the 10th minute. Oh, boy. Daisy Robledo up to 13 goals on the year. I'm wondering if we got the pass, because I need to see exactly what happened that left Robledo. No, we didn't get that, unfortunately, but you cannot make mistakes against the top attacking team in the USCAA. And Paul Quinn has played 10 masterful minutes here so far. It's 3-0 already. Southwestern Adventist going to have to find some possession here. And those center back positions, they've got to play cleaner. Montenegro sends it forward, now on the near side. This is going to be Rivas, I believe, and she runs out of room. '11th minute now. A hat trick for Daisy Robledo. She came in with 27 shots, first in the USCAA, 15 on goal, first in the USCAA. 21 points, first in the USCAA, and 21 goals, 10 goals. She's up to 13 now. Garcia, the center back. Montenegro. This is Melendez. Again, that's Barrera on that far side of your screen looking back for Montenegro, but it goes out of play. It'll be a throw for Estrada. 12th minute. No whistle there. It stays with the Lady Knights, though. Sent forward. Ball deflected. Chelsea Monroy trying to find some room. Chelsea Monroy turns on the Jets, fires it in, and it's blocked by Barrera. So a throw in here for your Lady Knights. Second of 3 straight at home for Southwestern Adventist. Monday will be our first Southwest Region game against Manhattan Christian. That'll be a 5 p.m. start, so a little bit earlier than we have been kicking it away. And then Bacone on Wednesday, and that's an afternoon game at 2 p.m. So Wednesday, you got to ask your boss at work or just turn the volume down real low so you can watch. So a really busy home stretch for the Lady Knights here. And both of those will be double headers as well, so we have the men's games going for you too. Montenegro on the far side. Robledo pass over to Barton. I knew I had it wrong, and that's Samara Barton over on that far side. I mentioned we've been talking a lot about Daisy Robledo. She's up to 13 goals. She's got a hat trick here. Yes, in the 14th minute, she has a hat trick. But Barton has 3 goals. Espino is second in the USCAA behind her teammate with 5 goals. And then Hernandez, Melendez, and I mentioned Barton, they're tied for 5th in the USCAA with 3 goals apiece. Now, the USCAA at the Division I level does not have a ton of members. I think there's only maybe 10. So these numbers are skewed just a tad, but still impressive, and it's been impressive to watch their attack so far as Rivera clears it away. 15th minute, and a corner kick again will be taken by Robledo for Paul Quinn College. Hernandez sends it in, and Lexi Key makes the stop. So Key with the drop kick, you might be able to hear the wind. It is howling once again. We had a windy night a couple nights ago. Nice ball there by Estrada. It's sent back by the defense. Estrada chases it down, though, again for the Lady Knights. So we saw Estrada play on the back 4 in her first appearance of the season back on Tuesday. Now she's up there with Chelsea Monroy. Speaking of Monroy, went a little long on her foot, being bumped by Garcia. Other defender comes to help. Now here comes the counterattack for Paul Quinn. They tried for the through ball. Nicely done by Hannah Kesters, who quickly sends it forward. That ball was headed by the defense, and it'll be a shot by Estrada, but it will roll wide to the right. So goal kick to come here. Lily Christensen will send it away. So it sounds like by the microphones there at the stadium that the wind is blowing kind of towards us or towards where they're set up over there, but it sounds doable. It sounds like it's got some gusto to it. Yeah, you can kind of see, I think the wind might have taken that. They were looking near side for Montoya. So opportunity here for the Lady Knights. Roman, headed by Kesters in a battle with Robledo. Robledo will get on the ball, send it far side for Barton. Barton right at Lexi. So Key makes a save. 16th minute. Montenegro sends it back. Christensen will come out of the box. That pass was a bit off, but had the space, had the room. Montoya now booms it forward. First touch by Marquez for the Lady Knights, but Barton gets there. Melendez goes back to her. Nice ball by Melendez. Barton runs it down. Barton with some space, trying to close Rivera. Barton with the run. Barton, shot blocked. It's still active. Trying to clear it was Navarez. And it's going to be sent into the back of the net by guess who? Daisy Robledo, who's got 4 here today. 17th minute, and it's 4-0, all off the foot of Daisy Robledo. Well, I mean, what do you do? Just another deflection, and really nice shot there. Lexi Key, she did come back, try to make a play, but it just wasn't happening. Now they're going to get Robledo out. So 4-0 for Paul Quinn. What a start for the Tigers from Dallas. Just up the road. It's going to be a foul. Finally, Chelsea Monroy gets a call, a whistle. Monroy going to give way here at center circle. Marquez is going to take this correction. Rivera for the Lady Knights. Monroy got a touch, able to gather. Defense is there, and the attack is just not happening in these first 3 games for the Lady Knights. That ball a little bit too long. It's Pino, the intended target, but it'll be a throw in here for Southwestern Adventist. So Navarez will throw it in. And that'll be hit out off the foot of Espino, so we'll do it again. Kesters now will throw it. Boy, that is that wind. Did you see what it did to that ball both times on those throw-ins? So that's going to be really interesting. Ball played forward now on a tough pass there. Estrada tried to send it ahead, but getting there first is Montoya on that far side of your screen. Ball into the box. 2 defenders around, and that's, I believe, is Hernandez. We'll check on it, but it's a 5th goal either way for the Tigers. And it's only been 19 minutes. I apologize, Tigers fans. It was real hard to see that jersey number, but I do believe it was Hernandez. It would be her 4th if I was right. Still can't see the number, but we'll check on it. Meanwhile, updated look at the schedule. We'll be with you again tomorrow. Our first volleyball live stream is coming up. Have that one for you at 4 p.m. tomorrow. I almost had a look at it. I'm pretty sure it was Melissa Hernandez scoring her 4th of the year. Opportunity now again. Estrada! Oh, just wide to the left. Rosanna Estrada with an opportunity there that goes just to the left. Christensen, who will kick it away here, has only had to make 12 saves all season in 6 games. Long run here by Basden, who's in for Robledo, who has 4 goals. Would you call that a Baker's hat trick? Nice ball there by Estrada over on the far side of the other Estrada. That's, let me specify here. So Rosanna got it to Anahi. Now Rosanna's on it again after the Tigers turn it over. That is the correct score. Those of you just joining us, it's 5-0 already for the Tigers. Long run now. Lexi Key going to get there first. 21st minute. What a start for Paul Quinn. We knew they were going to possibly put on an offensive show. I'm not sure I could have predicted 4 goals from one player. Chelsea Monroy. And that's going to be off of Monroy for a throw-in for Paul Quinn. Same awards that Lexi Key won were also applied for Chelsea Monroy. She was a USCAA All-American last year. That ponytail is killing me. I think it's Espino who scored the goal. It definitely wasn't Hernandez. Yes, finally, the ponytail moved just enough. So Chandra Espino scored the 5th goal. My apologies, folks. That's her 6th of the season. And I'm going to just make a note here so I don't goof that up again. Long pass. Basden trying to get on it. Flicked away by Rivera. I will say this, and it's I know the score is the score, ladies and gentlemen, but this Knights team getting Hannah Kester's back, being able to move up Estrada, looks better today. Again, I know that sounds a little goofy with what's transpired, but they look better on the attack, certainly. We got a free kick now for the Tigers here. And it'll be Hernandez to take it. So Hernandez from about, let's say, 40 yards. So if you look at the flag, the corner flag, you can kind of see how it's been whipping. That ball fired into the box, but it's wide to the left of Lexi Key. It'll be a goal kick. 24th minute, 23 in the books. All Tigers here in the early going. Chris Shima, glad to be with you here today for our first of 2 tonight. We'll have the guys game as well. I mentioned Michael Delgado, Tristan Olvera, coaching both teams, the men's and women's on both sides. Some subs are coming in. That's why we're in this holding pattern here. Boy, yeah, that big flag is straight up almost and whipping towards us. Ball played onto the near side as Espino again. Now Hernandez with a nice move. Hernandez fires it in, but on one hop, Lexi Key is there to make another save. That ball is going to go out of play as the wind took it. Espinoza will throw it in now. Couple new players for Paul Quinn. That's Aguilar who's in, number 12, Jacqueline Aguilar. That ball into the box and a shot saved by Lexi Key again here in the 25th minute. Chelsea Monroy had to go a long way to gather that. She will get a throw, though. Espino touched it last. Yeah, that ball on those throw-ins on the near side is just curving in. Espino gets it from Basden. Hannah Kesters comes to disrupt things, and it's cleared by Rivera. Here's Balboa. Melendez was applying some pressure on Balboa. It's sent over to the far side. Estrada trying to run it down, but it'll go out of play for another goal kick. Montoya will throw it in over on the far side of your screen. Aguilar. Ball into the box. Espino is there again. Hannah Kesters holds her off. Nice defense there by the center back. 26th minute. All Paul Quinn here in this first half. Daisy Robledo scored seconds in. Then she scored 3 more times before being taken out. Espino added 1 in. Her 6th of the year, so Daisy Robledo up to 14 goals and 29 points in 6.5 games. Espino, ball into the box, looking for Basden. Basden fires it, tough angle. Peralta now. Peralta shoots it right at Lexi Key. Evelyn Peralta making her 2nd appearance of the year as that kind of right wing spot there on the far side. Estrada. Montoya battling, and Estrada is the guilty party. So a free kick just outside center circle for these Paul Quinn Tigers. Dually NAIA and USCAA, Division I in the USCAA. Southwestern Adventist D2. Nice ball by Montoya, but you can see what the wind is doing. If you're a player, you've got to come to the left side of the field, or conversely, the right side of the field if you're Southwestern Adventist. That was a tough angle, but a nice look by Espino looking for her 2nd goal. But Lexi Key makes the low save. So you got to know, basically, this near side of the field is where that ball's going. That was a heck of a kick for Key, all things considered, the way that I check the weather. I always do before the game, and of course I'm not there. I'm in South Carolina, but I didn't see a lot of wind forecast. Basden. Oh, nice move by Basden. Shot not that great, but a terrific move to get the shot off. Lexi Key makes another fabulous save. Turnover here. And we got buffering. So Estrada is down as she was fouled. Hopefully nothing too serious. As they check on her, though, we will step aside. Good news is Estrada going to stay in the game as we get back to live action. That's me, Chris Sheeman. Glad to be with you. Chelsea Monroy is going to fire this in. Again, the way the wind has factored in, it's been coming nearest to us. So let's see where this ball ends up and how it's played, not only by the defense, but the positioning in the box for the offense. Christensen able to make a play. Now they look to get the counter going. Here's Espino. Hernandez trying to go back to her. What a ball by Hernandez. Espino trying to run it down, being chased away. What recovery there by Rivera, who's made a couple of those so far here tonight. 30th minute, Tiana Miller Rivera. Nice play. Still danger, though. Hernandez trying to cross it in, and Kesters blocks it with her back. The weather's still looking good. Like I said, we're going to be busy between now and next week on Wednesday. This is the first of 3. Ball at center circle. Here is Estrada. Estrada on the far side, held off nicely by Garcia. Getting there is Barrera now. Melendez plays that back. Here's Roman at center circle for the Lady Knights. Now Hernandez with the ball on the far side looking for Peralta. Rivera again is there. And it's deflected off Rivera. Going to have a sub come in while we do. Reminder, be sure to subscribe. Tell your friends, your family, everybody to subscribe to our new YouTube channel right here. This is the home for all your Knights action all season long. Spread the word, folks. We changed it up this year and trying to get the word out as much as possible. Here's Basden in the box, back to live action. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Montoya sends it far side. That's Melendez into the box. So 32nd minute. 5-0 for Paul Quinn. I don't know if we're going to see Daisy Robledo again or not. She scored 4 times in fairly short order. Rivas has come on. Leslie Rivas with a nice run. Now gets it to Hernandez. Hernandez into the box. Is that going to stay in? Yes, it's chased down by Rivas. Back to Hernandez. Bumping with Navarez. And across, played by Lexi. Peralta chases it down again. Low ball was hit first by Sanchez. Kesters now plays it forward. That's Balboa trying to keep it in. Back to Kesters. Balboa. Nice ball by Hannah. I like Hannah Kesters. She did her job. I mean, she was asked to step in front of the net when Lexi Key was out to start the season and did a fantastic job. But they're going to really benefit from her now being on that back line. Navarez with a throw. Chelsea Monroy keeps it in. I guess not. She didn't keep it in, so Rivas will throw quickly. Headed forward to Basden by Hernandez, taken back again by Southwestern Adventist. Aguilar. Hernandez. Long through ball. Rivera sends it away. And Aguilar, I think, inadvertent handball there. So free kick to come here for the Lady Knights. We're late in this first half. Tigers leading at 5-0. Team that came in averaging just 11.8 shots per game, but over 5 goals a game. And like I said, folks, they don't miss. And that's kind of what we've seen here today, although Lexi Keys made some saves since Robledo has come out. Rivas trying to run it down. Rivas still battling with Monroy. Nice defense there by the Lady Knights, but staying with it, Aguilar. Giving it a run again at Sanchez. She's been persistent here tonight. I believe that was Peralta trying to go back heel there. Couldn't quite find the right foot. 36th minute, 5-0, Paul Quinn. We were 86 degrees, sunny. It's breezy, though the wind has calmed down a little bit since we started. You can still kind of hear it faintly if the commentator would ever shut up long enough. But it's not blowing. Like, I could hear it through my speakers when we started, and that's not really the case anymore. Quick throw by Espinoza. Aguilar going back to her. Espinoza now sends it ahead to Hernandez. Basden back to Hernandez. Hernandez trying to put the moves on. Basden now. Basden, defenders falling down, and Lexi Key makes a nice sliding challenge to make the save. Yeah, it's starting to pick up again, the wind. I'm starting to hear it through my headset again. Hernandez near side to Aguilar. As the offside flag down while Lexi Key gets there first, Rivas was looking for a chance. 37th minute, we've got 8.5 to go here in this first half, and it's 5-0 for Paul Quinn. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you here tonight. First of two. We'll have the guys' game a little bit after this one's over. First of 3 straight doubleheaders coming up this week in the next 7 days. Opportunity maybe for Balboa, battling with the back line and Garcia. And is that going to be a corner kick? They say Garcia didn't touch it, so it'll be a goal kick. Southwestern Event is going to host the Southwest Region Tournament. That'll be the first week of November. It starts Wednesday, November 2nd. And we'll have all the games, however many there are. We'll know that a little bit in advance. So we'll be able to tell you closer to the date who's going to come. Chelsea Monroy, blocked by Aguilar. Last year the Tigers won at home. It was 6-0. The Knights were outshot in that one 16-3. Ashley Montoya had a goal. Daisy Robledo had just 1 in that game. She's got 4 here this year. Cross into the box over everybody's head. And it's going to be a throw-in for the Tigers. Hernandez has played the entire first half. Here's Basden, who came in for Robledo. That was, I believe, Rivera sending it ahead. Basden, Peralta. Peralta with a nice run. She's got lots of space for some reason. And it's deflected behind. I believe that's going to be a corner kick. And I was wrong. Hannah Kesters is slow to get up. 40th minute. We've got less than 6 to play, so a goal kick as the Tigers touched it last. Yeah, that wind's still going pretty good. Hernandez, Kesters with the clear. Aguilar, get on the near side. That's going to go out of play for a Lady Knights throw. So our first chance to see the guys at home coming up after this one is over. Navarez threw it right to Aguilar. Chelsea Monroy, she wants a goal. Pass to Estrada, being bumped by Barrera. Now Montoya sends it forward. Aguilar. Hernandez. Peralta gets behind one defender. Gets behind two defenders. Peralta blocked by Key, but it deflects and goes into the net. Take another look at that one here. 41st minute. And a goal for Evelyn Peralta, just her second game of the year and her first goal of the season. Let's peek at that one. I want to see exactly how that transpired. Did Lexi get a block on it or not? Oh, I think she really just kind of flicked it over. So 6-0 as Evelyn Peralta, the freshman, scores, and Paul Quinn in a rout here in this first 45. I'm sticking with what I said, though. I think Southwestern Adventist looks better today than they have all year. I know it sounds crazy, but this Paul Quinn team is just out of control right now. Best start in program history. They are scoring at will against everybody. I kind of knew that we were in a little bit of trouble. If you were around for the beginning, I mentioned that they beat Cedar Valley 5-1 and Eastfield 5-0. Cedar Valley beat us 9-0, so you can kind of do the figuring in your head there. Oop, I think we got knocked off here. Hang on, folks. We'll get it back in just a second. Stay with us. All right, folks, apologies for that, but back up and running. 4 goals for Daisy Robledo. Chandra Espino has scored a goal. Evelyn Peralta has scored a goal. And the Tigers' historic start for that program continues here in this first half against our Lady Knights. Montoya going to throw it in. Basden. Hernandez went back heel, cleared out by the defense. Basden gets there first. Hernandez now, she's got Rivas on this near side. I don't think she saw her, and a diving save. Did Key stay in bounds? She did, so nicely done by Lexi Key, who's... What a game to come back to if you're Lexi Key, huh? It's been a challenging first half that's starting to wind down. Christensen will make a play to clear it out, so a throw in here for the Lady Knights. We're having some internet troubles at the stadium, and Some lighting trouble as well. It has gotten really dark for some reason. Ball into the box off the foot of Roman, played by Christensen. Gonna take some time at halftime to talk to the guys at the field and see if we can't adjust things a little bit. Hey, they heard me. Hi, guys. Thanks. Much brighter. Ball rolls to Lexi Key now. She'll boot it ahead. And Monroy off the back heel, out of play. Throw for the Tigers. They go quickly. Chelsea gets there first. Now here's Roman sending it ahead. Balboa. She's got Monroy, finds her on the near side. Monroy plays it into the box. Coming out is Christensen, and she just beat Estrada. And the counterattack fizzles out. Well, no, they say it was off Southwestern Adventist. My apologies. So now Southwestern Adventist will get a throw, and actually they won't. That'll do it for the first half. 45 minutes in the books, and it's all Tigers. 6-0 on 4 goals from Daisy Robledo, the USCAA's leading scorer, continuing her torrid start to the season, up to 14 goals on the year. We'll take a break for the half. We'll come back, bring you the final 45 here in about 15 minutes. You're watching Lady Night Soccer here on YouTube. Don't go too far. We'll be back in the second half. Shima, glad to be back with you. 6-0 in favor of Paul Quinn as we start the second half. Chris Shima, I almost missed the start of the second half because I'm on the floor playing with my cat. I got to keep the cat entertained during halftime or she will bother me during the entire game. So she's pretty good if I just give her some playtime, but I ran it up against the clock a little bit. So, anyways, it's Paul Quinn. It looks like they have their starters back as that shot attempt goes high over the crossbar. 4 goals for Daisy Robledo, who just took that shot in the first half. She scored seconds into the match, and really it's been the Tigers all afternoon. This was us at halftime. She's got some. She won't let me clip her claws, so they're really, really long right now. So I got to be careful when I'm playing with her. But when she's in that little tunnel of hers, and I kind of throw the toys around, she sometimes takes a good chunk of my hand off. We can't have that during the half because then I got to go to the emergency room and I can't talk to you fine folks. If you're a Paul Quinn fan and you're wondering what is going on right now, I actually call the games from my home studio in South Carolina. I'm not in Texas. I'm in South Carolina calling the games at home. So the Southwestern Adventist fans have already met Meepy, but how about that bump there, Barton, trying to make something happen. Tough angle, though, and it goes wide to the left. So the Tigers, who came in 5-0-1 and 3-0 on the road, taking on the Knights, who are 0-2, both of those contests coming here at home. And it's been all Tigers so far. They are off to their best start in program history under Michael Delgado this year, and just drubbing teams along the way. They have outscored their opponents now, if you tally up these 6 goals, 32-3 in now 6.5 games played. 32-3 is the scoring for Paul Quinn. They are the top scoring USCAA team at the Division I level by a wide margin. And they're putting on a clinic here today as well. First of 2, don't forget, we'll have the guys' game coming at you. I was told about 20 minutes or so after this one's over. We're going to try to start it as close to 8 p.m. as we can, but obviously going to give the guys plenty of time to get loose and get their opportunities to warm up on the field as well. So roughly 20 minutes or so. We'll have that one for you. There's a different link for that here on the Southwestern Adventist YouTube channel. You can find it on the homepage. First chance to see the guys this season. They've been on the road for their first, is it 2 games that they've played so far? Yes, they've played both on the road. '49th minute, and it's 6-0 for the Tigers, who have had most of the possession once again. Montoya with the throw. Here's Barton. And knocked away there, or cleared out by Roman once Robledo got on it. Aguilar. Melendez. So Aguilar getting the start here in the second half. That's a change. Aguilar, the midfield. Goes to the far side. I want to say Montenegro was over there. It's going to be hard to see those jerseys as the sun begins to set over on that far side corner. So I'll pre-apologize in advance if I come out with the incorrect info. Robledo again. Another goal kick to come. So Daisy Robledo now has a USCAA leading 14 goals on the season, 4 of them here today. And most of them come, what was it, about the first 10 minutes, I think. is when she scored all 4 of them. Defense has settled down a little bit for Southwestern Adventist. And here's Balboa playing it forward, but looks like they switched keepers. And if they did, it would be Serena Funes Mori in. So Lily Christensen has come out, and they going to give Funes Mori, Serena, a little time in front of the net here in this second half for Paul Quinn and Coach Michael Delgado. Shout out to him. Spent some time on the phone with him yesterday. First coach I've been able to do that with. I don't know what happened to that shot. Camera moving just a little bit too slow there, but it looks like it's going to be a goal kick. You can see the guys starting to warm up over on the far side of your screen. We're in the 52nd minute here. Just underway in this second half. Lexi Key booms it. Rivera clears it away. Here is Monroy. Chelsea Monroy unable to turn on it. Nice defense by the Tigers. Trying to go back heel there was Robledo. Cleared out momentarily, but Paul Quinn right back on the ball. Ball is up for grabs at the top of the box. Robledo, defender is down, and now they're going to stop the clock. So an injury timeout. We're going to step aside as well. So Hannah Kester's out, and a quick go there, but the shot no good as Robledo tried to set up her teammate. Kester's finally getting back to her usual spot on the defense. As they tried to go long there to Balboa, but again, the defense, that back line for Paul Quinn is holding up. And again, got a little buffering going on at the field, so the quality might be a little lacking for a couple of moments here while the card resets. Might just have to reset things on my end. And while we got a stoppage here and a free kick to come, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay. I thought we might be a little better off here, and we're getting there. So free kick now for Rivera and Southwestern Adventist. 54th minute. 6-0 for Paul Quinn. Krishima, glad to be with you from the home studio. Estrada, again being held off, tried to stay with it, and it's cleared away. So Garcia on the defense on the first try. Estrada with the throw, and it goes right to the defender, Garcia. Now near side Montoya sends it forward. One back again, Southwestern Adventist. Condeas, who I believe came in for Kester's. Ball into the box, a little bit too far. Trouble with it, though. Maury, now she picks it up. Ten minutes in here in this second half, 55th minute overall. Krishima. First to two, we got the men coming up, like I said, 20-ish minutes after this one is done. It's close to 8 o'clock as possible. Header there by Montoya. We had trouble with it. Got it to Melendez. Now back to Montoya. They look to go 1-2, but pass off the mark. Chelsea Monroy sends it ahead to the far side. Balboa gives chase, but getting there first is Barrera. Sends it back to Maury. These two out of division, but USC AA rivals playing here. There's not a ton of USC AA schools west of the Mississippi, really. I mean, even west of, like, say, from like Ohio and then down, there's not a ton of USC AA members there. They're pretty much concentrated in the Northeast and especially in Pennsylvania, but Lady Knights with another throw. Here is Estrada. Estrada crosses it in. And Maury on a hop, no trouble. 57th minute. Not much action really to speak of here in the second half so far. Going to get a couple subs come in for the Tigers now. And I'll try to tell you about those as best as I can. I think Hernandez came back in. It's the ponytails, folks. They cover up the numbers. It's torture for broadcasters. Monroy, again, trying to make something happen, but Melendez is there. Aguilar plays it to the far side. Off the back heel, ball into the box, but Lexi Key going to pick that one up. I think the wind has calmed down. We talked about the wind, and we can kind of see what it was doing to the ball. It was sending it constantly nearest to us in that first half. Yeah, the flag is still blowing, but not with any kind of speed as it was in the first half. Here's Estrada battling. Estrada just running out of room over there. 58th minute in the books. Chelsea Monroy. And she is fouled. Free kick will come near side of center circle. Once again, we'll be with you tonight for the men's game, and then tomorrow we have volleyball for you at 4 p.m. They'll rematch with Randall. Next soccer game coming up on Monday. It's the first Southwest Region play game. It'll be Manhattan Christian at, again, that'll be a 5 p.m. start, and then on Wednesday it's going to be 2 p.m. On that far side, that's going to go into the back of the net, and that's off the foot of Espino again. So that would be her second goal of the day, and it's 7-0. Let's see if we can take another peek at that one.
On that far side.
They got her to take it at the tough angle, but this team is just so precise with their shot ability. I mean, they just do not miss. So 7 on the board today for Paul Quinn. Trying to get that through ball into Barton. Barton will take the shot, and that's coming up on the other side of the wrong side of the post, I should say. Got some more buffering going on with the internet at the field too, folks, so might need to step away again if that continues. Robledo gets around 2 defenders, and finally it's cleared away. And it's going to be a corner kick. Check out. They beat Bacone 9-1, so that's the most goals they've scored this season. Robledo, I believe, taking that corner kick, booms it into the box. It's headed, but wrong angle on it, trying to run it down Estrada for Southwestern Adventist, and she loses it out of play. So 9 is the high for the year for Paul Quinn. This is a Tigers team. Last year they went 4-12. They played a really tough schedule. It's kind of what the Lady Knights are doing this year, isn't it? They are just playing a really difficult schedule. A lot of familiar opponents, but still a tough schedule to play out of region. So the Tigers have already won, once this one's done, 2 more games than all of last year. They lost 10 in a row to end the season last year. And as I said at the start, this is the best start in program history at 5-0-1. Here's Melendez. Robledo, what moves? Can she get her 5th? She sure can. 5 goals on the day for Daisy Robledo. She has got half of her season total coming in today. She had 10 to start. She's up to 15. There's another look. As you can see. So that's 8 now for the Tigers. One shy of their season high. See how long they stick with Robledo and some of the other starters. Montenegro sends it over to Aguilar. Well, Paul Quinn does have an 11-0 victory. That was back in 2019, and I got some bad news, folks. It was against us. It was in Keene. It was 11-0 score. They played that September 9th back in 2019. I'm going through the record book just to see where we're at here in this one. It looks like 11 is about the high. Through ball to Robledo, but it comes to Lexi Key, so just a little too far forward on that one, thankfully. The correct score is 8-0. Daisy Robledo has scored 5 goals. Espino has 2. Peralta has 1. So I know it says 7 on your screen, but it's 8-0. Melendez. Montenegro now. Barton was looking for it. Bodied it, but could not gain control. Montenegro. This is Melendez again. Again, they're looking for Barton. Chasing it down, Marquez. Barton stays with it, sends it into the box, and Navarez plays it forward. Estrada. Here is Estrada to Estrada. It's Rosana to a turnover there, though. Barton trying to run it down, and that's going to be a corner kick. I've got the running clock going here, and we're in the 67th minute by the running clock. I know there's been a few stoppages, though, so sounds like there's going to be some more subs coming in before this corner kick is taken. Take a look at the schedule once again, folks. Volleyball tomorrow, off for the weekend. Back with you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday next week. Going to be a very busy week, and then not much in that final week of September. We'll be back with you, though, for another soccer doubleheader come October 4th, and that's another Southwest Region game against Dallas Christian. Corner kick was cleared away. Montenegro. Aguilar. Basden has come back in. So Azrael Basden back in. And I believe that means Robledo's day is done. Barton Basden up front. Espino going to take the corner over on that far side. Just going to take it short. And I think we're going to have to do that again. I don't think the officials were ready. Now there was a sub coming in. So Barton does come out. Tell you about the sub as soon as I can get a look at her number, as the corner kick comes short of the post. I think Peralta is back out there. Evelyn Peralta scored a goal in the first half. Again, the correct score is 8-0, Paul Quinn. It says 7 on your scoreboard. Trust me, it's 8. Aguilar. Melendez. Our soccer scoreboard might not go past 7. I don't know. I've got here with the running clock, 69th minute. Again, probably off by a little bit there. Fired in by Espino, and it comes right to Key, who makes another nice save. First game of 2022 for Lexi Key. Tigers have been on the ball for most of this game. We've seen a couple chances for Southwestern Adventist, but nothing really, no trouble in the first half for Christensen. Maury has taken over in the keeper spot for the Tigers here in the second half. She hasn't really been challenged either. So we're on the verge of maybe 3 games and no goals yet for the Lady Knights. Rivera sends it ahead. Paul Quinn is playing possession right now. Near side, Montenegro. Melendez over to Peralta. Rivera's played well here tonight. And she earns a, is it going to be a corner? So I guess they're saying Rivera touched it last. That's, Rivera had a protest. Hernandez again. To take this corner kick. And it comes right to Lexi, who was waiting for it. Caught it like a loaf of bread. Aguilar. Well, here's some good news. We saw Hannah Kester is shaken up early on in this second half. She's getting set to come back in for the Lady Knights. So that's a good thing. We want to see Hannah happy and healthy out there. She's played as well as can be against the onslaught from Paul Quinn here tonight. Basden looking for Peralta on that, or correction, that's Espino on that far side, running out of room. I guess they earned another corner kick. So Hernandez going to go over to that far side now. Boy, yeah, the wind is almost stopped. Look at the flag over there. It's not even hardly moving. What a change from the first half. The wind was certainly a factor. That's going to be headed, and it's off the post. Followed up by Peralta, I believe. Still danger. Aguilar on it. Far side Espino. Sent into the box, and that's going to go out of play. So a goal kick to come for Southwestern Adventist. I've got the 74th minute here, but again, that's the running clock going on at the home studio. Clock does stop. I don't know why it does in college soccer, folks. I still can't quite figure that out. It doesn't do it anywhere else in football. I don't know why the college rules specify that it does. It doesn't make any sense, but it does. That's the moot point. Montenegro again. Here is Peralta near side. Peralta gets around one defender. Is she going to cross? Yes. But it's coming short of the post out of play, and that will be a goal kick. Basden. Montenegro holding off. That is Burks, Samantha Burks, playing in her third game of the season. Aguilar, Basden on that far side looking for Espino. Cleared out by Southwestern Adventist. 8-0 in favor of Paul Quinn. Scoreboards are wrong on your screen, folks. We've got 5 goals alone for Daisy Robledo, 2 for Espino, and then 1 for Evelyn Peralta. That came back in the first half. Hernandez, nifty moves. Hernandez fires it into the back of the net. What a goal. Melissa Hernandez, her 4th of the year. And that brings it up to 9-0. We have matched Paul Quinn's highest total of the season now. So they matched their result against Bacone. Look at this. Nastiness. And then boots it from 21 out. Nothing Lexi could do with that. My goodness. Hernandez now. They were looking in for Basden. It's cleared out momentarily, but Burks is there. Hernandez feeling good about herself after that last shot. Got blocked that time. Nice ball by Estrada trying to run it down Monroy. And it's a little bit too much on it. Basden. Espino looking to go 1-2, and that's deflected behind. It'll be a goal kick. Paul Quinn going to go to 6-0-1. Lexi Key makes the stop there. They had a draw against, I believe, another NAIA program. Monroy goes over her back, but it's out of play. Guys, game will be coming up about 20 minutes after we're done with this one. Scheduled for 8 o'clock. I don't think it's going to be an 8 o'clocker. I've got the running clock going here, and we just got into the 80th minute, and that's on the running clock. So the chances are extremely. I'm gonna guesstimate that probably more like 8:15 is when we'll start. We'll see though. I have been told we're gonna try to get as close to 8 as possible. Estrada has it taken away. Counterattack is on. Far side Barrera comes forward. Here is Peralta recovering Rivera. Peralta got chased out of the box, tries to go through the legs of Rivera. It's knocked behind by Kesters, who, as I mentioned, has come back in. So another corner kick to come. Looks like Hernandez is going to take this one again. It'll be on the near side of your screen. So Melissa Hernandez, first in assists in the USCAA coming in. She has 7 on the year, sends it into the box. It was cleared out by a defender, but it's going to trickle in. And that's going to be the 10th goal. And I'm not sure about that one. I can't quite see who. Let's take a look at the replay, and I'm going to try to blow it up on my screen here. All right, who got that? Boy, it's hard to tell. Might have been an own goal. I am going to give it to Azrael Basden, though, as I think she was closest to it. Am I an official scorer? I am not. But that's who I'm going with. 10 goals on the board. So if it's Basden, it's her second. Boy, it's been 19 goals in 2 games now. So we are in the 82nd minute. And it's 10-0, the correct score, again, for Paul Quinn. Rivas. Here is Burks. Goal kick to come as the pass too far forward. Chelsea Monroy. Boy, everybody is so physical with her. Montoya staying with her. Estrada. It's Rosanna Estrada. Far side Espino. Shot fired in. Lexi Key makes the save. So the running clock that I have and the clock at the field is about synced up. I don't know. Maybe they just kept it going. The coaches can sometimes, hey, down in front, can sometimes affect that. It's going to be fired in by Hernandez. Goes wide to the left. So Lexi Key again to throw it in. Basden. Basden trying to go in. Rivera, the center back, clears it away. I believe that was Roman over on the far side. It's trickling, and it eventually does go out over on that far side of your screen. So 1 goal away, at least in recent history. I couldn't go too far back while I'm still calling the game. See, ESPN, they've got stat people, they've got production people, they've got all that. I'm doing the instant replay, I'm doing all the stats, so I could only go so far back, but 11-0 in this series is the worst defeat for the Lady Knights, at least so far. Looks like we got a little buffering going on. So back to live action, and the Tigers, what a surprise, on the attack. Another shot hit low to Lexi Key. Tigers' highest scoring game of the year. Between the Lady Knights and Bacone, they've scored 19 goals in those 2 games. They will extend their lead out to at least 36 goals. We still have at least 4 minutes and change to go in this one. Thankfully, we've gotten some nice weather. Remember, we had to change the home opener. The men had to go on the road, and then the ladies had to go play at the Keene High School field. But we've gotten a string of good weather. They've gotten a string of good weather in Keene. We've gotten good weather here in South Carolina. I told you all on Tuesday I was going to go up to the mountains. I went up to the Blue Ridge Parkway. Oh, man. It was like 70 degrees up there. It felt so good to drive around with the windows down. Oh, man. What a day. I don't mean to brag, Texas. I'm sorry, but it was really nice. We don't get a lot of days like that. We're not as hot as you guys because we're close to the mountains, obviously. So, triple digits aren't really a thing here. I lived in Pensacola, Florida for a couple of years, and we roasted down there about as much as you guys. Still not quite as bad, but it was pretty bad in Pensacola. It was high 90s almost constantly. The first year we were there, it was triple digits pretty consistently in that summer. I remember thinking I've made a huge mistake. Rivas goes through her legs. That comes to Basden. Time getting short in this one. Only a couple minutes left to go. And the Knights will be thankful for that. That's going to... Oh, I thought she was going to keep it in, but Montoya ran just out of room. Throw by Kesters. That was deflected by Burks, but it's going to come to Key. We've got the 89th minute, at least by my clock, which has so far been pretty consistent with the clock at the field every time I'm able to take a gather at it, take a look at it. Balboa was the intended target, but Garcia got there. Garcia's played well. She doesn't care that her team has 10 goals. She wants the shutout. That's defenders and keepers, you know. Don't get me wrong, they're happy with the 10, but they like the 0 more than they like the 10. We talked a little bit about my disastrous soccer playing career. I was a defender. I almost scored once, all the way from the right back position. I just kicked it as hard and long as I could, and it hit the right post. I'll never forget it. It's the closest I've come to scoring. I came to scoring. But I used to love the shutouts. 90th minute now. This one just about wrapped up. You can see the guys are on the field. They're ready to get out there and get warmed up. So likely this one going to go 10-0 with just a few seconds left. Hopefully I didn't speak too soon. They brought Estrada back to help on that back line, so Lexi Key picks it up. Sends it ahead for Balboa. Well, you might hear that noise. That's my clock telling me the game's over. I think we still have a little more time at the field, though. Oh, just about synced up. That'll do it. 10-0. Paul Quinn wins it. 5 goals for Daisy Robledo, 2 for Espino. Hernandez, Peralta with 1 apiece. And the Tigers go to 6-0-1. Once again, we got the men's game coming at you here in a little bit. We'll be back with the Lady Tigers coming up on Monday, or Lady Knights, excuse me, on Monday, as we'll have Manhattan Christian in town. That'll be a 5 p.m. start to that one, so come on back here on YouTube for that. Come on back in about 20 minutes. We'll have the guys' game for you, too, Paul Quinn. And our first look at your Southwestern Adventist guys. That'll be up in about 20 minutes. Once again, your final score, it's 10-0 Paul Quinn. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back as quick as we can